Hey babes, welcome to your energy reading. This reading is for Virgos of all placements. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. Just taking a look at the pre-shuffle here. And definitely getting the feeling that you guys are pulling back. It's a need for deep reflection. Looks like there's been some discord. Yep. Laying down burdens. Some of you are tired of fighting, tired of competing, tired of the ego, tired of people is what I'm getting. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're fighting, you have the ego. Put it where it applies. Yep. Whew. All right, so looks like some of you are stepping back from relationships, cutting cords. I don't know if you could see that. I don't know why I have this in the middle. I did feel like, you know, rose quartz needed to be here today in many of my readings for compassion, for understanding. A lot of things come up in readings, and I want to make sure I'm very protective over my fellow Virgos. Very protective of our energy because I know what's ahead of us. I know what a lot of Virgos have been through. Being a Virgo myself, I definitely see that there has been a change in relationships and just a change in perspective, not wanting to be involved in anything that feels heavy, anything that feels toxic, anything that feels like you have to argue, compete. At this point, I just feel like many of you with the Ten of Wands to the Five of the Wands, you agree to disagree. Like, that's fine. If that's how you feel, all good. Because this is how I feel. I don't need for us to be on the same page. I don't need for you to understand. Okay, yep. I get it. You don't need for people to understand you anymore. You're standing up to the bullshit, basically. I don't want this in my life. I don't need this in my life. I don't enjoy this. A lot of you are holding people accountable. I am seeing here boundaries, especially with the Two of Wands in reverse. There's boundaries. Something's being stopped, cut, especially with the Four of Swords that we saw at the beginning. I really feel like a lot of you are taking a step back to reflect and to look at some of your relationship and partnerships and starting to think, hey, do I even want to move forward with this? Is this something that I want to invest in? Is this something that I want to... Does this even align with my dreams, my desires, who I am, what I want for my future? Because I'm getting for many of you, either a person, situation, job, whatever it may have been, you're not feeling the love. You're definitely not feeling connected. You're not feeling appreciated. You're not feeling things are being reciprocated. You're no longer looking at whatever this dynamic was as an opportunity. It's no longer looking like an offer that you want to take. For many of you, you're thinking about the next steps in your life, your future. What does family, what does love, what does community look like to you? It doesn't look like this. If you've been following my readings, it appears that Virgos are transitioning from a we to an I. Still having the dream, the desire for this, for the fulfillment, for the growth, for the connection of more with others, but discernment is really coming into play. I believe that we have, is it a new moon or full moon that's happening in Virgo? You guys have to excuse me. I'm not always abreast to the astrology of it. I'm clairsentient, so it's like I feel the energy and planetary shifts. I'm not going to say I don't need to follow it, but we've been on this trajectory for the last 2 years. So you may have noticed that, you know, you may have lost a friend last year. You may have stopped communicating with a family member. You may have gone through a breakup. There's been a lot of stuff that's been happening over the last 2 years. And it's because many of you have a vision for your life. There is desire. There is a longing that's in the queue. And some of you are coming to terms with that. Your current reality or situation is not going to afford you that, or at least the way that it's going. The bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which again is about putting in the work. So many of you are wondering, like, would I be better served elsewhere? Would my talents, with my love, with my gifts, with my devotion, would that be better served somewhere else? This is big Virgo energy. This is going to come through strong this week, so be prepared for your feelings to change about someone or something that you wanted to invest your all in. Yeah, this has to do with a relationship for sure. With the Lovers coming out. You're looking for harmony. You're looking for that counterpart. You're looking for that, the yin to your yang, so to speak. Virgos don't need someone to be just like them, but it needs to fit like a puzzle. Where I lack, you thrive, right? Or, yeah, where I lack, you thrive. It's all about the balance of it all. Yeah, so with the Lovers, it's like you guys are wanting to have the world with someone, wanting to have the world with someone, to share your world with someone. I heard this one saying, I don't know if it was on Instagram or something, someone was saying, it's not about companionship. And I was like, this is so Virgo, right? It's not so much about companionship as it is the honor that it is to bear witness to someone's life. And I feel like for many Virgos, you've watched so many people, you've cheered them on from the sidelines, you've supported them, you've encouraged them, you've bankrolled them, you've helped them through their trauma, you've brought them to awareness, and it's like, where is my cheerleader? Ooh, that's gonna get me a little choked up there. Perhaps that's hitting home. This is like, where are the people for me? Right? Where's my counterpart? Where's my person to do that for me? Like, when is it going to be my turn? When does the scales balance? If we look at the numerology with the Lovers card, it's about balance and harmony. It's also about duality, which Virgos like. Again, we don't need someone to be just like us, but it needs to be complementary. We need to build each other up. We need to help each other. We need to grow with one another. And I get the feeling for you, the people in your life has got you in this energy. You cannot be this compassionate, always giving. Here, do you need something? Do you need more? Can I help you? You can't. Because there's some people in your life who are in competition with you. Some people in your life who cannot wait for you to make a misstep. Because they don't want you to elevate higher than them. The ego. It's like, I can take on your burdens and their burdens, but like you can't handle the burden of me doing well. Because that's what's been coming through this week. And I see for many of you, you're just sick of it. Check out my short from, I think it was on, Monday, the 15th. It posted on TikTok. Probably still need to upload it to Instagram or whatnot. But I think it's definitely on YouTube. So, and I think the title is something about you're dropping your burdens and you don't really give a fuck how it looks. Something to that extent. Anywho, yeah, you're definitely in your King of Swords energy. The emotions are now off the table. I feel like for many of you, you've been burnt out. You've had a lot of energy and passion and focus on the relationships in your life, giving it your absolute all, despite how people treat you. But now it's like, enough. I've had enough of that shit. Like, how many more wands do I need to carry for you guys to see me? For you guys to hear me, for you guys to respect me, for you guys to treat me like I've treated you. Some of you feel unsafe. Some of you don't feel protected by some of the people that you're with. And just on that note, like, I'm sending you love, right? Because I get it. But I'm also in Virgo fashion. I'm also like, we need these moments because they're the catalyst, right? They're the catalyst for us. We don't sit in the pain for too long. We peep, right? We peep game. We take a step back, 4 swords. And we look just to make sure we're right. Just to be sure that what we're sensing is true. And then we pivot, right? And that's where that hangman comes in as well. You're taking a beat. You're taking a moment. 12, 1, 2, right? Me versus us. Breaks down to a 3, which is all about connecting with others and also about expansion of self, ideas. We have the 2 of Wands here. The next wand, 3 of Wands, right, is waiting for your ships to come in. And some of you are sitting at this place where you're like, I don't even believe in this dream anymore with it being in reverse. I'm not going to stand at the edge waiting for some shit to come in that's not coming in. Let me get back to the drawing board. Let me take a step back and recalibrate. And perhaps pour some love into myself for a second. Let me fill my own cup up. Right? Let me do the work. Let me do the personal work, the internal work, to figure out how the hell did I get back here? Right? But one thing is, and I know many of you won't, but for some of you who, because we are in Virgo season, the obsessive, incessive thinking of how, what, and why, just be grateful that you caught it this quickly this time, right? Because we are at the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands right here, right? You caught it early is what I'm getting. Yeah, there's been this and that, but I feel like you've cycled back around. For many of you, you're dealing with the situation you have dealt with before with this person. Let me just get a couple things here, because y'all know she liked to count. She liked to count. Where we at here? We've got the 10, 5, 15, 17. That's an 8. 20, 21. 8 and 21 is 29. 39. 40. 54. Girl, count. 54. 54 and 66. Oh my God. It's just, again, balance. You're looking for balance. You're looking for balance on both ends. Reciprocity. Balance over here. Balance over here. You want an equal give and take. Right? 66 breaks down what? To a 12, or back down to the 3 is about how do you expand and grow in terms of your relationships, your connections, your friendships, your social identity. Where does that go from here? Let's see if we can get a little advice. Yeah, let's get everything. Let me get all my cards out. This ain't gonna be a short reading. Gods and goddesses of our reality, of our divinity, we ask that you provide us with clear messages on what this means. What's the lesson here? This wants to come out. Ooh, come on. Come on. When it happens like that, right? When it happens like that, one has to laugh. And that's what I've been also getting. That came up in one of our dailies this week, is that at some point, you know, you just got to step back and laugh at this shit and find the humor in it, right? Just find the humor. Be grateful for the parts of you that did not get caught up in it. The parts of you that is learning from this. The part of you that is taking notes, right? And so this love card says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Even in this experience, my love, you're learning. Excuse the shadows. It's early and it's gloomy outside. My favorite weather because it's calm. Sometimes the sun won't too damn much, okay? Like, calm your ass down, okay? I should probably move to, where is it? Is it Portland? Anyway. So we've got relationships here. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with this card. When this card comes out, I holla, right? Because this has been the theme for Virgos for the last, again, 2 years. And it says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good, period. Don't waste any more mental energy on that other weak, okay? Fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. For many of you, and I do feel like that's what that hangman is about, because you know this is not the business, right? This is not for you. It's clear. But for many of you, I feel like you're caught up in empathy. Well, if I love them, then I'll be more understanding. And then I'll hold space and I'll send them love. That'll take us down. At some point, the love for self, the protection of self, at some point you have to recognize when you have to move on. When you have outgrown, because that's what I'm feeling here too. When you're not being supported or appreciated, who's helping you with this? Carry this load. I have a feeling everybody's just worried about their own self-interest. Worried about their own self-interest. instead of helping you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because I appreciate the confirmation. Because for me, this lets me know that I'm tuned in and tapped in. And if I'm able to be tuned in and tapped in, so can you, right? This is the ascension, Virgos. It's time. Lean the in. Lean the fuck in. You feel me? All right. Let's get a couple more messages. I'm going to close this out. Because y'all already know what time it is. We can't sit here in our pain, but we're not going to run from it. Come on. Didn't I just say that? Child. I didn't have to walk away. And as I turned around and looked to my backyard, it's foggy. I mean, foggy like it's October, fam. Right? Like it's Halloween Eve. It's foggy. And from what I'm getting from that with the respect card, right, is that there needs to be, one cannot overshadow the other, right? You deserve respect. Don't let your empathy blind you of that. Empathy has been looked at as being such an incredible thing. And listen, I've been a spokesperson for it, right? For forever. But there has to be a threshold. It cannot be unlimited. You still have to respect yourself, your boundaries, and respect each other. Again, going back to what we said earlier, fine. Agree to disagree. Give that respect, but move on. Move. Love from a distance. Clean up your space, babe. All right. What else we got? Because I ain't done with y'all yet. Spirit said keep it going. Make sure it's... Oh, baby, hold on. Make sure... All right. Yep. All right. All right. Spirit said pipe down a little bit. All right. They're already in the process. You don't need to be on their head too much. Don't get, don't go too in, right? So we talked about where you guys were in terms of agree to disagree, right? Putting down your burdens, no longer wanting to fight. Keep doing it, baby. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. When that empathy pulls on you again, say, I love you. I respect you. And I understand what you're going through. However, at this time, for me, I cannot get involved. I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't go. I need my space. This isn't working out for me. Period. Right? At the bottom of the deck, we have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. The initiation. You're right there. It's being integrated. You're crossing, again, what we talked about, the threshold. Crossing the threshold. Last card is my favorite. It's my grandma. Anyway, laying foundations. Again, you guys have something else in the queue, something that you are working on, that you are queuing up with this change. You are making space to move forward, to draw in something higher, right? We got, I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. You got to make space, baby. They all can't come. Because if you're so busy fighting, arguing, always in protective mode, then how is anything going to come in when you got to guard yourself against this? All right, final message for real this time. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes. Virgos, it's on. As I said, the ascension is here. Lean the fuck in. Let this shit go. If you're not familiar with tarot, look up this card. 10 of Wands. Let the burden go. Release the burden. Look up the 5 of Wands too. This also talks about inner conflict. Cut the cords. All right, fam. I love you. I see you. I'm with you. And I'll see your ass at the top.